Welcome to Space Socket. A 27-year-old woman is crying, saying she can't keep a man. Kevin Samuels steps in and breaks it down. Let's dive in.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27?
Yes.
All right. Gentlemen, you deserve to be happy and with a woman who supports you fully. That's what you deserve. 27. Talking about trustworthiness, what do you have?
Yes. Kevin, I'm having a hard time. I'll be honest. I'm 27. I don't have no kids, but I'm having a hard time like finding a high value man and keeping him. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to
Where do you
do.
live? Where do you live?
I live in New York. I live in New York City. I'm
Where,
from the Bronx.
where'd you go to college?
I'm sorry?
Where'd you go to college?
Yes. I went to college.
Where did you graduate?
Oh, did I graduate? Yeah, I got my associates.
And what?
Criminal justice. But I'm not even doing that. I work for health insurance, so I do health
Health
care.
insurance. Aflac, Primerica, what?
I do Fidelis Care,
Okay.
Centene.
I gotta ask, why high value?
Because because those are the one who want a relationship, and that's gonna give me marriage. That's gonna want to marry me. That I want stability, consistency. So yes.
That's bullshit.
What do you suggest? What am I doing wrong? Where do I go?
Can I even get a word out? I
Yes, sir.
mean, I asked you why high value.
Uh, why high value?
Yeah. These men have high standards.
That's true.
Are you a high value woman?
Honestly, right now, I'm not.
Then why do you think you get a high value man? Why can you think you should be able to keep one?
Because based on the things that you have said, Kevin, I feel like, I'm fit. I don't have any kids.
I
I'm
don't care.
cooperative.
So,
I'm submissive.
but you're not high value. That's what you said.
You're right. I'm not. And what would be considered a high value woman?
I'm asking you, ma'am. You said yourself. Okay, you got an associate degree from the Bronx.
Yes.
All right, and you came in talking about where am I going to get high value? Are you on that man's level?
Not right now. No.
Depends. Why don't you stay on the level you're at?
Because it hasn't been working out. The men that I have came across that's on my level or better has not honestly taken me serious.
So you think going higher up is going to change something?
Yeah, I have to try something different. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, go lower. I mean, what you think is going? If you can't pass calculus, you think you're going to pass differential equations? You think if you can't pass chemistry, organic chemistry is going to be easier? Why don't you just be honest? I like the high value lifestyle and money. I want that.
I'll do.
Then why
Yes.
don't you just say that,
All right. You're right. I want
man?
that.
Can you hold the phone steady, please, or set it down?
Yes, sir.
See, part of the problem is I'm gonna just be straight up. You've called in here before.
Yes, Kevin, not there.
You weren't serious then. You're not serious now.
Yes, I. How am I not serious, Kevin?
Because I talked to you before, and that was not even 2 months ago, man. And see, the sad part is, far too many of our women, y'all walk through life like life is a game, like y'all smoky on Friday, walk around like playing. Life ain't playing with y'all. It's not playing with you, man. You're about to be 30, just like that, and
That's
talk
not.
about I want a high value man. Uh, High value men want women who make them look better. They can take around their colleagues, take to the mayor's ball. the charity events, and they can fit in and do these things, and they're comfortable in those environments. Is that you?
I could fit in, yes, and no matter where. Yes,
Okay.
Kevin.
I'm not making a value judgment one way or another, man, but I don't sense that that's really it. I think it's just money for y'all. Because do you really want to go to hang in some of these places and do some of these things? Is that your life?
I'm willing to adapt and
But
change.
adapt? No, no. See, that's the problem. That means somebody has to take you here and groom you and teach you when they can already go over to Wellesley or Barnard and get somebody who already understands it, who graduated from NYU, who already knows these things.
That's true.
And people may think that's harsh, but we got to deal with the socioeconomic things. See, if you were an attorney and I introduced you to a guy who was a carpenter, people would say they're not equally yoked. But when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about almost 2 years ago.
How long did that last?
A year.
What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
I would say about 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
How old were you when that 3-year relationship ended?
Mm. I probably was 24.
Probably were.
Yeah, I don't. It was about 5, 6 years ago. So
You
yes.
weren't 24, you weren't you were 27. 5, 6 years ago, you was 21. See what I mean? Y'all aren't
No,
serious. Y'all aren't
I
serious. These
can.
shouldn't be hard questions. I'm asking you about your previous relationship. My last relationship 2 years ago, lasted a year. That means you were 24 when that was over. How longest relationship? 3 years ago. How long ago that ended? 5 or 6 years ago. How old you when that started? I was about 24. That math doesn't add up. Ma'am, if you can't do simple math like that, you can't be with a high value man.
Kevin, I was trying to tell you that.
Ma'am, it's basic math. It's basic math and it's your life. If I
It
can do it on,
is.
okay, and here's the thing. I'm trying to help you. It's going to sting a little bit, but if I can sit there and understand the flow chart of your life better than you can explain it to me and you lived it, I'm going to say you're not a serious person.
I understand. You're absolutely right. But the reason why I was a little confused was because I haven't been in a consistent relationship. I know I started the 3-year relationship back in 2015 that lasted about 3 years and change. And then from there, I was like single for like 2.5 years. And then, but all right, it doesn't matter at this point.
How about you just deal with the average guy?
That hasn't worked either. I was dealing with an average guy. So I think I'm the
Well,
one with the problem.
the only thing consistent about you, huh? You think what?
No, I'm saying that
You
maybe
think
I'm the
what?
one.
Stop reading the comment section.
No, I don't. I don't see any comments.
Okay,
There's no comments.
I think one of the things. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest. Okay, man, men want women who are serious. They're grown ups. They understand that life is real, and they're gonna bring something to the table other than just some coochie and cute. And when I talk to you ladies and y'all are imprecise, well, I was kind of in this and I was kind of in that. And this time from the last woman I talked to, she couldn't tell me her relationship history any more precisely. If you went into a job interview and they start asking about your work history, you talk like that, they wouldn't. You think you get the job?
No.
And there's the problem because y'all don't take men seriously. You don't think a man is something that's required to make sure you live a safe, successful, contented life. Men are optional to women like you. Because if you took a man seriously, you would seriously understand what you need to do to get one and keep one. And that's part of the problem with the West. You ladies can get out and go work and be relatively safe and protected. You dial 911, that's your man. But here's the thing: at 45, it's a wrap. So you got another 18 years of playing.
I don't want that.
Well, but,
I'm
okay, but what are you doing differently though?
what I'm doing differently now, Kevin, is I'm dealing with a different. I'm moving forward because right now I'm not
You
dealing with
keep
anything.
talking about trying to deal with a different caliber of man as if that's going to change you.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm sorry, you just cut out.
I said, how old are you?
I just turned 27 last Wednesday.
All right. So what's the issue?
I don't necessarily have an issue per se. I heard, sorry, after I heard you and I believe her name was Zariah's dialogue, and I also wanted to say that I think that I know that you always stress that quote from the Bible that he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Like that is just so profound, and it really made me think about my situation personally. Um,
Okay.
I met my man when I was 20 years old. He was 28. And just like Zerai said, she didn't want to date an older man. I had at the time a lot of judgment from all of my friends and even some of my cousins and people because they were like, wow, like this man's nearly a decade older than you. But I mean, I really didn't care. Um, because like what mattered to me most was just like I always knew since I was a little girl I had
Are,
two dreams.
are you guys married now?
Yes, yes, I had two dreams since I was a little girl. One was to become an attorney, and the other was first was to always become a wife. I always wanted to have a family. I wanted to be a mom, and then the second was to become an attorney. So at 20 years old, um, I met my man at his first law firm. He was fresh off passing the bar,
Okay.
and
Now I gotta get it kind of ramped in because I got a
okay,
lot of people trying to get in tonight. So
yeah,
you're
yeah,
married. You're married. Do you have any children?
no, 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 we do not have kids.
Okay. So basically, your man was older than you. You have more people telling you not to do it than supporting you.
Yeah, and people, everybody just had an opinion. I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, but
But are these people who have the opinions? Are they still single today?
a majority of them are yes.
There you go.
And
All right.
then
Well, I got to get to people who have the
thank you,
conflicts,
Kevin,
though.
and I love the
Thank
Japanese
you.
fly.
A 27-year-old saying she can't keep a man isn't just about bad luck. It's about consistency and outcomes. Because getting a man and keeping a man are two completely different skill sets. Attraction might bring someone in, but retention is built on behavior, mindset, and compatibility over time. This is where Kevin Samuels would cut straight to the point, because emotion doesn't change results. If men are leaving consistently, then something in the dynamic isn't working long term, whether that's expectations, attitude, communication, or the type of men being chosen. A lot of people at that age rely heavily on attention and initial chemistry, but that only carries you so far. What keeps a man is peace, respect, cooperation, and a sense that the relationship adds value to his life. Without that, no matter how strong the start is, it doesn't last. So the real issue isn't, why can't I keep a man? It's, what am I doing, allowing or choosing that leads to the same ending? Because patterns don't repeat by accident. They repeat because nothing in the process is changing.